Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Neverwinter Nights. Alright, I am looking for wherever the witnesses all are. The let's see, Temple of Tyr, Trading Post. Did I miss anyone in the barracks then? This is the Mercenary Enclave, female soldier, male soldier. Ooh, Javel.
Well met.
What do you want? You hear about the trial? Oh, Nurek sent me. I'm representing Rolgan. Figured as much. I ain't never been on a jury before. I've seen my fair share of trials, but usually from the prisoner's box. What do you want to know? I'm preparing the case. What do you think about this trial? Looks to me like a bar fight gone out of hand. A few too many drinks in you, and you act stupid. I've been there myself, though I ain't never killed no one. But you know what makes me mad about this case? And people who run around saying the only reason this guy is on trial is because he's an Ulfgard. I ain't no Ulfgard, and I've been on trial a bunch of times. So it's okay trying to keep an open mind. I know what it's like. Sometimes you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Could be that's what happened to this Ulfgard. I kinda hope you get him off. I'd hate to have to sentence the poor guy to execution. But I've got to give an honest verdict. Nurek says it's my duty. Not much more I can tell you. Hope you got what you're looking for. Good luck in the trial.
I'll do you in, I will!
Yeah, sure you will. Ah, come on, pathing cannot be this hard. Alright, so that's Zed, Javon, Averick. Don't need to talk to you. Alright, let's have a look with these Ulfgard. Ooh, Yusam.
Welcome, friend. I am Yusam, Druid of the North, liaison between the Lord's Alliance and the Ulfgard.
Oh, are you now? You are free to take solace in the tranquility of my grove if you wish. Is there some other reason you have sought me out? My name is Malcolm Erikson. I work for Erengend. When the Lord's Alliance set up camp here, Eren told me he was recruiting agents to search for lost artifacts of ancient magic. I wish you success in your quest, though as I told Eren, I'm more concerned with the plight of the Ulfgard people. Plight of the Ulfgard? What do you mean? My child, this war takes a terrible toll on the Ulfgard. The armies of Luskan lay waste to their lands, and the Black Lion tribe has lost many warriors battling alongside the Lord's Alliance soldiers. But it is for the Ulfgard Elk tribe that I worry most of all. They have aligned themselves with the Luskan destroyers to slaughter the defenseless settlers around Fort Ilkard in the south. You're a druid, can't you make them stop? Once, the Elk tribe welcomed my counsel, but they have since turned their back on the way of nature. The emissaries I sent to investigate have all been ruthlessly slain. You are not a child of nature, so perhaps you cannot understand the pain I feel over what happened with the Elk tribe. Well, perhaps I could still investigate this for you, Yusam. Your offer is generous, child. I cannot leave this grove, and there is nowhere else I may turn for aid. I fear, however, that you do not truly understand what you are about to undertake. Such a task would be dangerous, my child. The Elk tribe have slain all who have tried to parley with them. But if you could discover why the Elk tribe have turned their back on us, I would be most grateful. The Elk tribe have fortified themselves inside the keep to the west of Fort Ilkard. Although they continue to make raids on the fort, perhaps if you go there, you can find them and speak to Zokan Thunderer, their chief. I'll be back when I learn more of the Elk tribe. And don't call me child. Go, child, stop that! And may a gentle breeze carry you safely to your destination, like the summer winds that bring seeds to replenish the eternal forest. Yeah, well, unless they're oak trees. Alright, so here's Dalcia.
Greetings to you.
On behalf of the Black Lion Ulfgard tribe, I welcome you to this camp. Who are you? I am Dulcia, friend of the Ulfgard people. I'd rather stay here, in the camp of the Black Lion tribe, than subject myself to the stench of civilization hanging over the Lord's Alliance barracks. I do not expect you to understand. Only those who count themselves among the children of nature, druids and rangers like myself, cannot truly appreciate the beauty to be found in this simple camp. I'm representing Rolgan at this murder trial. Me, the civilized Paladin. Yes? Ah, yes. Nurik mentioned he was seeking someone to defend Rolgan in his trial. I hope you truly appreciate the situation you have gotten yourself into. The Ulfgard are a noble people, but their culture and beliefs seem strange to the Lord's Alliance. Often the Ulfgard are victims of prejudice and hatred simply because of who they are. Sounds like you think Rolgan is innocent. I will wait until the trial before I make that decision, of course. I only wanted you to be aware of the fact that Rolgan is Ulfgard might have something to do with him being on trial. I'll be going now. You are welcome to explore the trial camp. I only ask that you respect the ways of the Black Lion tribe and treat the Ulfgard with the honor they deserve. Well, since they're willing to bleed for the Lord's Alliance, I'll do that. Alright, so here we have some people. You I don't know. He's the leader, alright.
You are a good person to defend Rolgan. I, under Hardfoot, greet you with honor.
Aringen mentioned the Elk tribe had allied against us. What can you tell me about them? I know little of Elk tribe. Their territory is to the south, near the fort you call Ilkard. Once they were an ally of the Lord's Alliance, but now they slaughter the settlers and farmers of your kind. The Elk tribe have turned their backs on the Ulfgard ways. Something has destroyed their honor, and they have allied themselves with the evil Vaskan. More than this I cannot tell you. Can I ask you some questions? I will do my best to answer them, though your ways are strange and unfamiliar to we of the Ulfgard tribes. Tell me about your people. The ignorant among the Lord's Alliance call us savages and barbarians, yet the honor of our ancestors shields us against their empty words. We are born of the Black Lion. We are of the Ulfgard. Our tribe is strong and proud. We are noble warriors and great hunters, following the herds to feed and clothe our tribe. We are the Black Lion tribe, and we are one with the land. Why have the Ulfgard joined with the Lord's Alliance in this place? Beoruna's Well is the holy place for the Ulfgard. Here the honor and power of the people lie buried. We camp here to draw upon the strength of our ancestors as we stand against a foe of great evil. The Luskan forces marched across our land, slaughtering all in their path. We stand with the Lord's Alliance against the evil, our common foe, though often we Ulfgard must wonder if we can trust our new allies. I sense there is tension between your people and the Lord's Alliance. There has always been tension between the Ulfgard and the Lord's Alliance. Our cultures are very different. It is inevitable there will be some clash when our people are forced to work side by side. But now the tension has reached a dangerous level. Rolgan, one of the Black Lion tribe, is accused of slaying a soldier of the Lord's Alliance. He is charged with murder. Well, I want to ask you some questions about Rolgan. There is little I can tell you of Rolgan, save that he is falsely accused of the murder. Rolgan's wife could tell you more of this. Her name is Vanda. Since Rolgan was seized, she has spent all her time wandering on the sacred plateau. The sacred grounds of the plateau, praying for her husband. But I sense there was another reason you came to speak to me. I could lie, but no. Ask you some questions. No. I'll be going now. Feel free to explore the tribal camp. I will not ask that you respect the Ulfgard as you respect your own kind. That really depends on whether or not they deserve my respect. Like, if they are born with noble blood, for instance. Hello, Vanda.
Yes, what?
I'm sorry. Were you speaking to me? Forgive my distraction. I am worried about my husband's upcoming trial. I'm representing your husband in this trial. Representing my husband? I am sorry, but the ways of your justice system are unfamiliar to we, people of the Black Lion tribe. Are you friend or foe? What kind of idiotic question is that? Obviously I am friend. A friend. I must ask you some questions. The priest Nurk said I would have to answer the questions put to me with complete honesty. It was as if he expected me to lie. He knows nothing about the honor of our tribe. Ask away. I have nothing to hide. Tell me what happened the night Griff was killed. My husband returned home late. He has been drinking. But there was something else. He seemed different. As if more than alcohol were at work in his mind. When he told me he'd gambled away the heirlooms of our family, precious stones sanctified by the priests of Uthgar, I knew something was very wrong. He was not in his right mind, or he would never have wagered these sacred stones on a game of chance. Please go on. I sent him to ask this man Griff to return the heirlooms. He offered to pay him gold in exchange. It would have been far more than he could ever sell the heirlooms for. Their religious significance to the Black Lion tribe exceeds their material worth. But the soldier attacked my husband, and Rolgan was forced to kill Griff to preserve his own life. He fled to the temple, seeking sanctuary. A mob of Griff's enraged friends close on his heels. Anything else? Please help my husband. They are portraying him as a drunken pagan savage. This is how they view all the Uthgar. That's not true. We are a noble people, but if Rolgan is convicted, the hurtful stereotype will only get stronger. I wish I could be of more help, but all I can do is pray Uthgar grants you wisdom in this matter. Well, it seems you're filled with your own prejudices as well, but still. Hello, Pala.
Greetings!
Why have you come to seek the counsel of this old woman? Who are you? I am Pala of the Black Lion tribe. I offer the wisdom of age to the Uthgar who seek it. Nurk sent me. I am representing Rolgan in the upcoming trial. The life of one of my people is in your hands. I will aid you as best I can, though there is little I can do. The ways of justice along the Lord's Alliance are unknown to me. What do you think about the case? I am very disappointed in Rolgan. Our tribe constantly struggles against its stereotype of the drunken savage, yet Rolgan allowed himself to fall under the influence of alcohol. This is the result. Sounds like you already think he's guilty. That remains to be seen. Rolgan is a symbol of our people. I pray he's not guilty of what they claim. My duty in this trial is clear. Nurk has explained the vow I have taken as a juror. If the evidence shows Rolgan let alcohol cloud his mind so that he killed that man without reason, I must return a verdict of guilty. This trial is not the way of our tribe, but I must follow Nurk's rules in this matter. The Uthgar cannot risk the wrath of the Lord's Alliance by defying the High Priest of Tyr. I pray Rolgan is not a sacrifice for the good of the entire tribe. But if it must be, it must be. Well, do you have anything interesting to say? Right, so unless you're Uthgar, he will not talk to you, or perhaps if you have Dalen and Red Tiger with you. I'm not all that interested in what she has to say right now anyway. Right, so there's just the Elk tribe. I think all we have not spoken to is Rolgan himself. Yeah, it seems to me the only way to make sure that I win is to not talk about alcohol during the trial as best I can, whilst at the same time explaining that the alcohol used by Griff was spiked. Alright, here's Rolgan. The markings of the man's clothes identify him as Uthgar Barbarian of the Black Lion tribe. though obviously troubled by it, he maintains an air of quiet dignity.
You are here because Neurek sent you? You are here because of the trial?
Yes, I am to defend you. Tell me what happened. Griff invited me to play a game of chance. Not wanting to spurn his gesture of friendship, I accepted his invitation and the drinks he readily offered me. I began to feel strange. My mind was clouded by more than just ale. I've gambled foolishly and lost several personal heirlooms of great religious significance of my tribe. Go on. I will return to my tribe in shame. Vanda, my wife, told me to go back and speak to Griff, to humble myself and beg him to return our religious heirlooms in exchange for the promise of much gold later on. But Griff attacked me before I could speak my offer. I killed him to save my own life, but there was no other choice. I fled to this temple, barely escaping a mob of soldiers seeking my blood to avenge Griff. Nurk gave me sanctuary, but only if I vowed to submit to a trial to determine my fate. Can you tell me anything else? We Ufgard are different than you. Our ways and customs may seem strange. They call us savages and patrons and pagans and drunks and thieves. This is how the Lord's Alliance sees us, and that is why I am called murderer for defending myself. We of the Black Lion tribe are a noble people. I am no heathen savage, no vile killer. I pray to Ufgard you can see this and help me. I will do my best. Go, if you wish. I must stay here, though my heart aches to return to my tribe. When the trial is over, Ufgard willing, I will be allowed to return to my home. Yes, well, we'll see about that.
Hey, Oteye!
Oh, hello again, Malcolm. Welcome back to the Temple of the Just God. Forgive me, I seem somewhat distracted. Rogan's impending trial has me a little out of sorts. Alright, I have completed my investigations and I'm ready to begin Rogan's trial. Are you quite certain, my lord? Once trial begins, it cannot be ended prematurely, or Rogan's life will be forfeit. I'm ready. Let's begin. Excellent. I know all parties involved are anxious to settle this matter. I will send word to the prosecutor and everyone else involved. The rules in the proceedings are simple. The jurors will listen to my evidence and testimony, and as the trial progresses they will use swords and torches I have given them to indicate either guilt or innocence. Whenever a juror feels the accused is guilty, they will hold forth the sword in their hand to symbolize the swift strike of justice. If they feel the accused is innocent, they will hold out the torch to symbolize the burning light of truth shining down on this trial. Sounds simple? Sword for guilty, torch for innocent. Again, not the right word. Guilty, not guilty. It's a trial. Learn the proper vernacular. As the jurors' view is swayed, so shall the implement they hold forth change. A juror who is still undecided will hold forth neither sword nor torch. 3 jurors must be convinced of the accused or innocence for Rogans to go free. What we have now begun cannot end until justice is served. If the trial is interrupted or broken off before the proper completion, the accused shall be found guilty, regardless of the status of the jurors. Is this clear? I understand. 3 jurors or more must be holding a torch to get Rogan acquitted. And if I end the conversation before we're done, Rogan suffers. Now that we're all here, the trial can begin. Remember, if you quit the trial before its rightful end, Rogan's life is forfeit.
Of the Swift Sword. I am the special prosecutor in the investigation of the death of the Lord's Alliance mercenary known as Griff. And I would like to remind the jury that I have never lost a case. Never!
There always has to be a first time. The witnesses have been sworn in and may light fierce justice shine down on this trial and expose any lies in their testimony. To begin my case, I would like to question Lodar, an eyewitness to the events. I'm here, Your Honor. I'm not the judge, Lodar, just the prosecutor. You don't have to be so formal, just call me Sir. Please tell us what happened in your own words. Well, sir, it was night, and Griff was outside the barracks. All of a sudden we heard this shout, and we ran out, and Griff and that Ulfgard there was going at each other, weapons drawn. Before we could step in, that savage stabs Griff right in the gut and runs off. We ran to the cleric, but then it was too late. Griff was gone. That savage killed him. That is all I required from this witness. Were it up to me, we could end the trial right here, right now, and declare Rolgan guilty. But custom dictates I allow the defense to question the witness if they wish. I'm ready for your questions, Lord Malcolm. Did you see who actually started the fight? No, they were already going at it by the time we got there. So maybe Griff was started the fight and Rolgan was just defending himself. Alright, so far so good. Isn't it true that Griff spiked Rolgan's drink earlier that evening? Yeah, he wanted to mess that Ulfgar up so he couldn't beat him at cards, you know? Make him not think straight. So Griff is partly to blame for his own death? Well, it was the fault of the Ulfgar was doped up. Maybe if Rolgan was in his right mind, he wouldn't have killed Griff. Maybe Griff thought that since Rolgan was drugged, the Ulfgar would be an easy target in a fight. Yee, I guess he could have thought that. He didn't like the Ulfgar much. He wouldn't have jumped at the chance to kill one of them off if he thought he could get away with it. Can you tell me how Griff felt towards the Ulfgar? He didn't like them much. He was always complaining about them as damn savages and filthy Ulfgar, always picking fights with them, looking for trouble. So this fight could have been started by Griff. Wouldn't it be the first time he let his temper get the better of him? Always was a bit of a hothead, especially when it came to those Ulfgar. He hated them something fierce. I have no further questions for this witness. If the defense counsel has finished trying to obscure the truth, I'll call Zed, my next witness. Zed, tell the court what you witnessed on that night. Right, sir. Well, it was like Loda said. Griff was outside, we heard him shout, we run out and the Ulfgar sticks a blade in Griff's belly. Then that savage runs after the temple for sanctuary like some kind of coward. Well spoken, Zed. He ran off like a murderous coward. Obviously he's guilty. They always run when they're guilty. This might be my easiest case yet. Your witness, Malcolm. I'm ready for this to answer this man's questions. You never actually witnessed the start of the fight, did you? No, I didn't see who started the fight. So yeah, it could have been Griff, if that's what you're getting at. Griff had spiked Rolgan's drink that night, right, Zed? Yeah, he put something in Rolgan's drink. Made his mind fuzzy, so he didn't really understand what he was doing. Do you think that's a mitigating circumstance in what happened? I don't know what mitigating means, but Griff shouldn't have spiked that Ulfgar's drink. That's wrong. Griff was always doing stupid stuff like that. Alright, Rolgan lost a lot of money at that night, didn't he, Zed? Can you explain that? Griff cheated. He wanted to win so he could humiliate Ulfgar, embarrass and ruin him, so he cheated during the card game. Don't you think that might have been a factor in Griff's death? I warned Griff that Ulfgar would be mad after losing everything he owned. I said it would lead to trouble. Griff didn't care. He said he welcomed trouble with the Ulfgar. Maybe Griff attacked Rolgan because he thought his cheating had been discovered. Griff thought someone was coming to settle the score. He wouldn't wait. Griff would make sure he made the first move. He preferred to start fights himself, you know. I don't want to ask this question, but well, I have to. Sure, he was drunk, but that don't mean you get to kill people. You have to know how to hold your drinks, right? Know your limits. I have no further questions. If the defense has finished their blathering, the prosecution has only one witness left. I call on Wanda, the wife of the accused. I am here, ask you questions. I sense some hostility on your part, young lady. Please remember, I'm only doing my job. It's not my fault your husband had to go on a killing spree. Killing spree? He killed one guy. And not even on purpose. England, I've given you a lot of leeway in this case, but you're coming very close to crossing the line of what is acceptable. Sorry, Your Honor. This woman is looking at me like she wants to kill me. Must run in her family. She's married to Rolgar. She isn't a child or a sister of him. You ignorant bastard. Neither my husband nor I would ever commit vile murder. We Ulfgard are an honorable people. Yes, you Ulfgard take honor very seriously. Wasn't Rogan ashamed at having gambled away everything he owned? Didn't he want to do something to wipe away that shame? Yes, but he wouldn't have killed that man. So you say. But we know how strong Ulfgard honor is, and Rogan is a proud warrior. Surely a jury as intelligent and attractive as this one must realize that his pride would have been driven Rogan to kill Griff in a desperate attempt to salvage his wounded honor. The defense may cross-examine now. I have no further questions for this witness, since she all but admitted her husband is a rampaging serial killer. One guy! He killed one guy! Igland, don't push me. Sorry, Judge. I won't say another word when the Honourable Lord Malcolm tries to defend these crimes. I'm ready for your questions, Lord Malcolm. Right, tell me why you sent your husband to see Griff. I told Rogan to speak to Griff, to beg him to return the heirlooms he had taken from us, to appeal to Griff's sense of decency. My husband is no killer. He only went back because I had sent him there to talk to Griff. Alright, tell me about the significance of the heirlooms your husband had gambled away. These are more than just heirlooms. They are artifacts of great religious significance to the Black Lion tribe. Their value is greater than mere money. Why, they mean more than life itself to the worshippers of Uthgar. More than life itself? So it was Griff, a human sacrifice to Uthgar in one of your savage pagan rituals? Igland, such comments are not appropriate. The Uthgar's belief may differ from our own, but they are not on trial here. Please, Malcolm, continue with your questions. Well, I've already got 5 torches, so I have no more questions for Vander. If it pleases the court, the prosecution rests its case. Can we just start the execution now? No? Okay, defense may call their witnesses if they wish. Though I hardly see the point. Now, I could call Rolgan forward, but I don't need to, because I already have 5 torches, so I'm ready for the closing arguments. I shall move on to my closing arguments. This will be short, since the Uthgar is so obviously guilty. Rogan owed Griff money. 2 witnesses saw Rogan kill Griff. What could be more simple? We've heard how much the Uthgar valued the heirlooms Rogan gambled away. A proud Uthgar warrior would do anything to get those religious artifacts back, even kill the man who had taken them. Do your duty, members of the jury. Find Rogan guilty of murder and let justice be done. Such is the will of Tyr, and if it pleases the court, the prosecution rests. Malcolm, you may make your closing arguments now. The prosecution witnesses never saw who started the fight, so you must accept Rogan's claim of self-defense as truth. Hardly a convincing argument. We know Griff was a violent man who hated the Uthgar. He probably started the fight himself. Luckily, there are no witnesses to disprove this claim. Igland, be quiet. Griff spiked Rogan's drink, making Rogan more prone to act irrationally. Sure, blame the victim. I'm warning you, Igland. Griff cheated at cards, and when he saw Rogan, he attacked him out of fear Rogan had found out. A preposterous conspiracy theory. Next you'll blame the Night Mask for Griff's murder. I'm getting sick of all these uncalled for remarks, Igland. The heirlooms Griff had taken were valuable religious artifacts of great value to the Black Lion tribe. That gave Rogan the motive for the killing, but it hardly justifies murder. This is not the time for such comments, Igland. And the defense rests its case. Then, as Tyr's representative overseeing this trial, I proclaim judgment in this case. By the light of Tyr's truth may justice be done. The verdict is clear. A unanimous 5-0 decision to acquit. Rolgan, you are free to go, as are the rest of you. The court thanks you for your time. Eglin, your work here is done. I suggest you leave before I write you up for this loutish behavior during these proceedings. You are a disgrace to the hell halls of this temple. Malcolm, you speak to me when you wish to receive your just reward for your service here. Yay! Well, I could go collect the rewards, but I think this episode has gone on long enough. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.